Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we peek behind the curtain of corporate America. And let me tell you, P3 Health Partners is trying to make some big changes to their loan agreement. So let's see if this is a smart move. We're decoding their latest filing to see what's really going on. Before we dive in, if you want more quick and easy breakdowns of these complex financial documents, make sure you're subscribed. Also consider joining our Discord community linked in the description below for even more insights and discussions. Alright, P3 Health Partners filed this report on August 27th, 2025. Think of this as a company letting everyone know about a major deal they just made. It's not about their day-to-day operations like sales or profits, but something big impacting their financial structure, specifically with their loans. The company we're looking at is P3 Health Partners, Inc. They deal in healthcare, focusing on integrated patient care, often for Medicare Advantage members, which means they work with government-sponsored health plans for seniors and those with disabilities. This kind of business is highly regulated and relies heavily on government reimbursements and partnerships. Now, a little background on how you can invest in this company if you want to. They have their Class A common stock traded on the Nasdaq under the catchy ticker symbol PLY. They also have something called warrants, which are like options that let you buy their stock later. Those trade under PEW. This tells us they are a publicly traded company, which means they have to be transparent with filings like this. The core of this report is an update to a loan agreement. Imagine you have a mortgage on your house and you go to the bank to change the terms, maybe get a lower interest rate or more time to pay. That's what P3 Health Partners, through its subsidiary P3 LLC, has done here. They've signed the 10th Amendment to their term loan agreement 9 times before, which can sometimes signal that things aren't always smooth sailing with their borrowing arrangements. So what's changed? Well, they've essentially bought themselves more breathing room. The interest-only period, where they only pay interest and not the main loan amount, has been pushed out to September 2026. That's good for cash flow in the short term because they don't have to worry about paying back the big chunk of money as soon. The final payoff date, called the maturity date, is now December 2027. They've also set a fixed payment of $5 million per payment date for the principal, which makes their future payments more predictable. Here's a bit of a mixed bag. The interest rate stays at 12% until the end of 2025. That's good, but after that, the rate jumps up to a high 15%. That's a significant increase, and you can bet that's going to mean a much bigger cost for borrowing money. A jump like that in interest rates can really hurt a company's bottom line if they can't pass that cost on or increase their earnings. They've also introduced something called paid in kind, or PI periods. Now, what's PIK? Instead of paying cash for some of the interest, the company can choose to add that interest to the amount they owe, the principal. So instead of paying cash, the debt grows. It's like if your credit card company said you could pay some of your interest by just adding it to your balance. For the first PI period, running until the end of 2024, they can pay 8% in cash, and the remaining 4% gets added to the loan principal. This can be a double-edged sword. It helps with immediate cash, but it means the total amount they owe will grow, and they'll pay interest on that larger amount later. Then there's a second PIK period from January 2026 to December 2027. In this period, they can pay 12% in cash and add another 3% to the principal. So they get more flexibility in how they manage their interest payments, but again, it's at the cost of increasing the total debt. This also coincides with that higher 15% interest rate kicking in. Finally, they've updated the rights for the people who lent them money. This means the lenders will have more say, or at least more visibility into what the company's board is discussing. This often happens when a company is in a more leveraged or financially sensitive position, giving lenders more assurance that their investment is being managed prudently. The other important part of this filing is listing the exhibits. These are the actual documents that support what they're saying. The most crucial exhibit here is Exhibit 10.1, which is the actual 10th Amendment to the term loan agreement itself. This is the contract detailing all these changes. It's good practice to file the actual document so people can see the full terms. And then there's Exhibit 104, the cover page interactive data file. This is for regulatory purposes, making the filing easier for the SEC to process electronically. Here you see the signatures. It's signed by Leif Pedersen, the Chief Financial Officer, on August 29th, 2025. This signature confirms that the company officially adopts the contents of this report. It basically says, yes, this is what happened and we're formally telling you. Now let's put this all together. This filing shows P3 Health Partners is trying to manage its debt by extending payment deadlines. and introducing PIK interest options. This gives them flexibility and short-term relief from cash outflows. However, the significant jump in interest rate to 15% after 2025, combined with the growing principal through PIK, means their future borrowing costs will be substantially higher. It also hints at a possibly tighter financial situation where they need to defer payments or add them to the principal. The increased board observation rights for lenders also suggest lenders are keeping a close eye on the company's performance. The company is in a sensitive industry that relies on a stable revenue stream from government programs. Any disruption or increased costs can significantly impact their ability to operate and repay debt. So, what's my take on P3 Health Partners based on this? They are navigating a challenging debt structure. While this amendment provides immediate breathing room, the increased interest rate and the use of PIK interest are flags. It's like taking out a high interest loan to pay off another loan. It helps now, but it's not a solution for long-term financial health unless their revenue and profits grow significantly to absorb these higher costs. Investors should watch closely to see if P3 Health Partners can generate enough earnings to manage this increased debt burden, especially with that 15% interest rate looming. The company's direction seems to be focused on survival and operational continuity, but the financials of this debt restructuring are a significant risk. Alright, that's our quick dive into P3 Health Partners' latest loan amendment. What do you think about these changes and their potential impact on the company? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more decoded corporate insights. Don't forget to join our Discord community for more discussions. The link is in the description. Thanks everyone, and see you in the next video.